Hello, my name is Sandy Jacobson and welcome to my district profile for Education 590 for the Acton Agua Dulce Unified School District. I'm going to begin by giving you a little bit of district history. The district is one of the oldest districts actually in California. It opened in 1881. Currently services children in over 200 square miles geographically. If you look at the left-hand side, you see a picture of the actual very first school bus in the Acton. Kind of looks like a little bit of an old milk truck. And that sign that's there still remains there today. Welcome to Agua Dulce. Prior to Vasquez High School opening in 1993, high school students attended Highland High School in the Antelope Valley Union School District. And in 2008, the district passed a $13 million bond, CF, which stands for Children First. And the purpose of this bond was to help develop Vasquez High School so that it is a permanent campus and not the temporary campus that it is today. We'll address that a little bit more later on. I interviewed the school board president, Mr. Ed Porter. I'd actually met Mr. Porter a couple times before when I had attended some of the school board meetings, and I had spoken there on behalf of the school where I teach, Albert Einstein Academy. Mr. Porter was very courteous, eager to speak with me over the phone, and said that I could send him email follow-up questions. However, when I did, he never responded. So some of my questions remained unanswered. However, his comments are and his information are throughout this presentation. There are three main schools within the district. The Meadowlark School is their elementary, K through 5. The middle school is High Desert School, grades 6 through 8, and Vasquez High School, grades 9 through 12. However, something very unique to the Acton Agua Dulce School District are the number of charter schools which they have under them. There are actually 12 different charter schools under the Acton Agua Dulce School District, and they have recently chartered those schools all over the course of the last 3 years. According to Mr. Porter, some of the defining characteristics of the Acton Agua Dulce School District are that it's very small. In fact, for the 2014-15 school year, there were less than 4,000 students enrolled and only 250 teachers. Currently, 5 of the board members are actually parents of students who are enrolled in the district. And one thing that he really pointed out is that they're very entrepreneurial in how they broaden their district with a severe lack of funds, yet they're still able to provide the required programming, not able to fund them maybe with all of the extra perks that they would like, but the programming is in existence. And there was a quote that I found by Christopher Reeve there on the left that really reminded me of the Acton Agua Dulce School District, that once you choose hope, anything's possible. And I think that this district has really for many years relied upon hope, and now they've been able to get themselves out of a little bit of a financial hole, and things are a little more stable. When looking at the demographic composition of the district, I looked at the 2014-15 data and compared it to Los Angeles County on the whole. If you look at the county overall, the majority of the population of students are Hispanic or Latino. And if you look at the graph on the right for the Acton Agua Dulce School District, the district is actually far more diverse than the county is overall. Several years ago, the district had a greater white population, and now that seems to be only at about 50%, and the other 50% is really very diverse. Financially, across the county, approximately 65% of students receive free and reduced lunch. The district is a little bit less than that at 40% of students receiving free and reduced lunch. And when you look at the number of students who are in foster care, the district and the county were both under 1%, with a few more students in foster care within the county. Financially, according to Mr. Porter, the district has been broke for the last 6 to 7 years due to the California budget crisis, and this is something that has not only affected the Acton Agua Dulce School District. However, despite increased enrollment with all of the addition of the charter schools, ADA money has been on the decline because daily attendance just has not been strong. The students aren't coming. So even with all of these things going on, the district has been able to keep their doors open and the lights on without any layoffs or furloughs, and they've been focusing on cost cutting in areas that do not affect the classroom directly. They've been cutting costs in maintenance, executive pay, and extra perks. As I stated earlier, in the last several years, last 3 years in fact, Acton Agua Dulce has chartered 12 different schools, and they've reduced costs elsewhere throughout their budget, which has allowed the district to refocus on students and not on financial survival anymore. So now they're really taking a much stronger look at their programming. One other thing on the charter schools that I wanted to add is that this adding all of these charter schools has been quite controversial. There are many school districts that have filed lawsuits in opposition because they feel that it is unlawful for charters to exist outside of the school district's geographical boundaries. That has been the case actually with Albert Einstein Academy. Newhall filed a lawsuit stating that they felt it was unlawful for districts, or for schools rather, to be located outside of the district's boundaries. However, what the law truly states is that it just has to be within the county, not necessarily within the school district boundaries. When looking at their strategic plan, their LCAP priorities, they had a lot of priorities. So I just took the top 4 goals and listed in chronological order, as I felt that they were pretty significant. So goal number 1 for the district is they want to maintain or increase grade level proficiencies in all core subject areas. And as a baseline, they're using the Smarter Balanced Assessment and the California Assessment of Student Performance in Progress. Goal number 2 focuses directly on English language learners, and the district's hope is that they will increase the number of students who are deemed proficient each year by 2% and increase the number of students who are reclassified each year by 2% as well. In goal number 3, they obviously their ADA money is suffering a little bit, and so they want to increase their students and their attendance. They want to get 2% more students each year who attend for 173 to 180 days, and additionally increase their high school graduation rate by 2% and maintain a 0% expulsion rate. By year 2, they want to switch their focus a little bit from attendance in order to decrease chronic absenteeism, which is a problem within the district. And they want to decrease that by 2% each year as well, and to decrease their suspension rates by 0.5%. On the left-hand side, there's a graphic that talks about how they're going to decrease chronic absenteeism. That is through parent notification, formal district letters after 3 tardies or absences, referring students to the SARB board, as well as positive reinforcement for students who regularly attend each month. The LCAP did not outline how that positive reinforcement was going to, what it was going to look like. It just said that positive reinforcement would be present. And goal number 4 is for the district to increase parent and community involvement within the school district. This Acton Agua Dulce Unified School District lacks in this department. Parents are not very involved. And they really hope to do that by providing more parent workshops and trainings on a variety of topics, whether it be Common Core, more wide-based curriculum, technology, or even parenting skills. They also want to provide more opportunities for parent feedback. In fact, in the LCAP, it stated that they have purchased an annual SurveyMonkey membership to provide an outlet for parents' feedback. The biggest change in the school district is Vasquez High School. As I talked about earlier, the $13 million CF bond, Children First, was passed in 2008, and the goal of that bond is to create a permanent high school campus by this coming fall, October 2016. If you look at the pictures, those are photos of the current school campus, and they are in portable trailers. When you drive by the high school, it really looks like a construction site. It does not look like a school. And so they want to create more permanent science labs, libraries, administrative offices, restrooms, and what's been so amazing is all of this construction thus far has been completed without displacing students from their learning environment. Based on all of the information that I have read and in talking with Mr. Porter, I do have a couple of recommendations. I feel that now that the school district has gotten themselves on a little bit of a better financial standpoint, that it's time to really start focusing on student academic performance. According to the 2013-2014 SARC report, students are performing at proficient and advanced levels that are not that great, in my personal opinion. Science, they're only performing at proficient at advanced levels at 62%, ELA at 48%, math at 31%, and in fact, the entire district is currently part of program improvement. I also feel that something that would help with this would be an increase in support staff. In looking at the Ed Data site, they have very few librarians, resource specialists, speech and language therapists, hearing impaired therapists, occupational therapists. They're just not there. And for the specialist positions that are hired, they total, each of those categories totals less than one full-time position. And in fact, most of the specialist positions were actually vacant. So these are a couple of things that I feel that maybe the district can now turn to really boost themselves up. Here's a list of the references that I used, and thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation and that you learned a little bit about the Acton Agua Dulce Unified School District.